is a catch.
Oh, you beauty, you know, one for man. Hello and welcome to the 6th episode, maybe?
Yeah, we probably around that. Did you say 6?
Yeah, I reckon we're around 6 now, aren't we? God, can't even keep
5,
up.
probably 5. I don't know. Well, we haven't done one for a
recorded.
while, but
yeah, well, we didn't really. Well, we were one lazy and two didn't really want to do it on the third match. Wanted to save
yeah, we
up
kind of
for one
wanted to wait
episode.
till it's over, you know, so we can have a better analysis, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I've not been too on top of this, but anyway, the England versus India is all wrapped up 3-1 to India, which is unfortunate for the England fans.
After we won the first one, didn't we?
Yep, we won the first one and they just blew us away.
Pretty much.
And we just can't
I think the pitch had something to play in it, but
yeah.
Still
Some pretty low scoring innings.
Yeah, very low scoring innings from both teams. Well, in the last 2 test matches.
So on the third test match, England were all out for 112 in their first innings, with no one scoring runs except from Zach Crawley at the top of the number 1 here at 50.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was his only real runs through most of the series, because he didn't really commit many runs, or didn't really help the team out with many runs for the rest of the series, so that was his only real score.
Yeah. I've got a website up here where it can show me the wickets so I know what's happening, but literally just nobody scored.
Wasn't if that no, but
well, your mic's lagging a little bit. You got like a up down.
Nah, I actually don't.
Oh. Anyway,
I'm just
Ben.
Maybe bad internet for once.
Yeah, awful internet, man.
Shut up.
So Ben Folks did grind out 12 of 58, but kind of to a point there, kind of just useless.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with Ben Folks throughout the all Test matches.
Yeah.
He played well, helped the team a lot, and his wicket keeping was superb.
He definitely would have got more runs if somebody else would have helped and stuck around with him, but
yeah, that would have definitely helped. But you could say that about anyone, really.
Yeah. And then James Anderson with a beautiful not out, which is what you like to see.
How many
from
balls
him.
did he face?
3.
3. Oh, wow. Well done, Jimmy.
An amazing knock at the end of the innings. And then India came back with a little bit more, but still a bit. Everyone getting no runs.
Side.
Except for their number 1 again. Number 1's are getting runs here. He got 50 again. He got 50.
Nice.
Off 90 odd.
Wait, who? Is that?
That's Sharma.
Or
no,
Sharma? Ah, okay.
That's Rohit Sharma.
Sharma had a great series.
Yeah. LBW
he
for
got
Jack
out on
Leach.
49 the last test just gone.
Yeah, you could have loved that, getting out on 49. I've experienced that a lot, because I'm always getting up to 49.
I don't think you've ever experienced that. I don't think you've ever.
Yeah, I just always get to 49.
Or 249.
Yeah, but that was good. And then let's have a look at the Joe Root this semester with Washington. Joe Root straight bowled him. It's nice to see. It was an absolute corker from Joe Root, man. It turned just a little bit, just enough to miss the outside edge. It was the perfect off-spinning ball, which I would know so much about. Yeah,
I can spin the ball both ways.
So they got 145 all out, which was just 30 odd above England. Which
score.
At this point, England are okay with that. And then
it's not really a big advantage for India.
Yeah, it's not game breaking, but then
game making.
But then
game breaking.
Axar Patel came round.
Oh, he bowled so well.
I'm just
very impressive.
Yeah, he ripped through the top order, and then he got the very important wicket of Ben Folks, which Ben Folks has been doing bits
It's been doing well, so
yeah, it's
that's
important.
an important wicket.
Jimmy Anderson not getting a not out, which is sad for his average.
Dom, stop being so obsessed with Jimmy Anderson, man.
Yeah, he's the best
Or
batsman
Jack
in the team.
Leach. Next you'll be on about him.
Oh yeah, Jack Leach, number 9.
There it is.
He deserves the number 9 spot, lads. I'm surprised he's not number 8, to be honest. He's a hell of a batsman.
Whatever.
Yeah, so at this point we're all out for 81.
Ooh.
Which I've just had a look at the Jack Leach special, trying to slog and nick the slip, but yeah, and then India not really having much to do. Yeah, I can like play the wicket, like how they got out.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna send you this site, man. Okay.
Man, nah, I watched the games, bro. I don't need to see the site.
I've not, because I've been so busy doing schoolwork.
Yeah, with what?
Man.
Oh yeah, with your schoolwork, yeah. Real busy.
But then, as I always say, when you're only chasing 50 odd, it always seems to be top order. When do you say this? I said this, I think it was in the third podcast.
As you always say, yeah. When did you say this? As I always say,
it just seems to be, the top order seem to do better when they're only chasing like 50 odd and they're like, well, we've got no pressure here. So I think that's an interesting thing. You're always going to do better
when there's no pressure, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's an interesting thing, because usually by now, they would have at least a couple wickets down, but now the top order have knocked it off. So, it's an interesting thing. Anyway, so that was the end of that test. India smashing us by 10 wickets, which is kind of sad as an England fan.
Yeah, well, what test was that?
This was the third test.
The third, okay.
Yeah, and then...
The one just gone?
No, that was the fourth test. That's just gone.
Oh yeah, idiot. I thought, no, it's because I thought you said the first test. And I was confused because I swear,
to be honest. No, they both hit a 6. Both hit a 6 together, which you like to see from India. Anyway, now the fourth is coming round where England morale is probably a bit low right now because they can't win. And
well, yeah, I mean they'd be a bit upset by that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
In their heads, they'd still play to win though, just not as much. Yeah. Because the game's not really on the line.
Yeah, just for pride by then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, clearly pride didn't matter enough.
Yeah, but they did. I think the first innings they came out, they got 205, which is not the best score.
It's a bad score.
It's a bad score, but it's not as bad as the last match where.
Well, if India can make 365, why can't we?
Exactly, that's a good point you're making there.
Very good point. I think
Axar Patel got the openers.
Again, Axar.
Bro, he's just getting the openers out for fun now.
Well, that doesn't seem to be hard at the moment, does it?
No, but then he did he got 4, I think, in that one, and then Johnny Bairstow got in for once.
Oh wow, really?
He only made 28, but it was the 67 balls which I think he might have needed.
I don't think he should be in the side at the moment. I thought I was one to put him in the side, but then he hasn't performed, so...
No, you've got to give them the chance, but then when they don't perform, then you have to draw that line and say, no, score runs.
Yeah, I mean, he so wanted to come back in the test side, and it kind of hasn't really shown through his performances at the moment.
At the moment, maybe you're wrong.
He could still do it.
Was he there in the Sri Lankan test?
I want to say no, but I'm not sure.
Why? I think it was no as well.
I don't think... No, he wasn't. I'm 90% sure.
Which I think that's a problem, because you can't just expect somebody, you can't just put them inside and say, you've had no practice for ages, no time in the middle, now beat India on their home soil.
It is a tough ask. I mean, it's always a tough ask to beat India at home, but...
But yet again, he still had 8 innings to do something.
And he didn't. And his 28, was that his best score?
Probably was, to be honest, but... Yeah, well... And then, the middle order did pretty well. middle order.
Really?
Ben Stokes got 55 of 121.
Are we including, who are we including in the
We're
order?
including Ben Stokes, Ollie Pope, and Dan
Stokes,
Lawrence.
Pope and Root.
Stokes, Pope, and Lawrence. Lawrence was. When did Lawrence get moved down? Was he always there?
Well, he was playing. Well, I mean, we didn't have Bairstow in Sri Lanka, did we? So
No.
he probably got moved down a bit.
Yeah, he's down to 7 now.
Lawrence played well in the test just gone.
Yeah,
well,
he got
well
46.
in the last innings.
Yeah, he got 46 in the first innings, which is okay.
Yeah, not bad at all. He was like England's top scorer on both occasions, or near top scorer.
Yeah.
Which is quite sad because they weren't necessarily big scores, but they were still the most effective.
Well, and then Jack Leach and Jimmy Anderson put on a batting masterclass.
Here we go again.
Jack Leach with 7 off 17 and Jimmy Anderson 10 not out. That is doing his average some wonders.
I don't think he cares about his average, bro. Nearing the end of his career.
No,
has he got an average above 10? What do you mean, don't say that?
Don't say that.
He's doing great at the moment, but he is nearing the end of his career. That's inevitable.
He is going to go until at least he has this year.
Till he's 50?
Yes, Jimmy, you can do it. Come on, Jimmy. You can do it.
The athleticism would have to be so good if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
What I saw, like a league on, they did something on his physical age is about 20 still, which is you got to give them.
His mental age is still near. His mental age is 40 though, isn't it?
Yeah, his mental age 40, but it's physically, which is like determining what you do and how fit you are.
You can physically be messy, but if you've got a mindset of a 50-year-old, you're not going to do anything.
Well, no. Well, your mindset, that means you're smart.
Yeah,
well,
so you can't win games.
Oh yeah,
sorry,
you can't be a footballer and be smart. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that one.
No, what? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. To be a footballer, you have to be smart in some way. In
a form, but we're going off on bullshit.
Yeah, we're
now.
going way. We're having a tangent here. Where are we going?
Why are we talking about Messi, bro? Okay, anyway.
I don't know.
So after Jimmy Anderson and Jack Leach putting us out of trouble again, India came. We got 205 all out, and then India came in and Rish had a pan, man, and Washington Sundar. What do you think you're doing? What are you doing?
So did Pan.
Yeah, Pan got 101.
If as I said, if they can get their scores, why can't we?
Exactly.
I mean, Sundar's fairly new as well, isn't he?
Especially those two.
That was a really experienced innings by Pant, though.
Yeah, Washington
Sundar's new.
Can you count him as a middle order batsman? Kind of. He's batting number 8.
8, and he hit 100 or thereabouts.
No, yeah. But I just want to say, Isant Sharma and Mohammed and Siraj, be shamed on yourself, because Washington Sundar was 96 not out, and they both get out for dubs. By that point, you've got to feel for the lad.
I mean, they're both bowlers, to be fair, but you'd feel bad, yeah. But I mean, he can't be expected much from them, like Siraj and Sharm. You're not expecting much. Yeah. But it would have been nice to see Homer.
Well,
Homer 100.
I think we should just not take away from the fact that Washington, that was a lovely innings, and Rishad Pant. Rohit Sharma
we should not take away from the fact that at the moment England are not playing good cricket.
No, they're just not playing good enough cricket.
Not to beat India. I mean, to be fair, beating India at home is a big achievement. If you can do that, then you're a top tier test team.
Yeah. And then the wickets, Jimmy Anderson showing people like you that he's not retiring soon with 3 wickets. Well,
okay. I don't care if he plays the best he's ever played. He's still not gonna. He's still gonna retire soon.
Yeah, well, that's what you say. And then Ben Stokes got 4.
It's a fact, bro.
Jack Leach got 2. Lovely.
Oh, there he is again. Mr. Jack Leach. Anyway, how long have we been rattling on for?
About Jack Leach, probably about half an hour now. Anyway, let's move on. So India got 365, which by now we're thinking we're going to push them, but they're going to win by now. So let's try and make them chase something. But then in England, like, no, we'll collapse again. And then that's just what happened. Root got
We just
13.
collapsed, don't we, I guess? Root not, like...
Not bad.
We're leaving it up to certain players to bring us home every time, and those players aren't doing it, and neither are the players relying on them. So, like, the top order batsmen are relying on Root to do it, and Stokes, and they're not bringing us home. So.
Yeah. But I think the difference is their middle order. Our middle order are getting in, but
no,
they're
bro,
not
it's
going
not the middle
on.
order, it's our top order. Our top order is the problem here. They don't score any runs.
The
like
top
any.
order
Cruelly and Sibley. Sibley's done nothing.
So the top order aren't even getting in. The middle order are getting in and then getting out, which is, for me, a little bit more frustrating, where they're getting in and then scoring hundreds. We're just getting in and then popping out with 30 and just going, well,
I mean, 30's better than Ducks, isn't it?
It is.
They should both be doing better, but I think really we need to look at our top order and go, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
we need
Axar Patel, again, Axar Patel, 5-for, Ashwin, 5-er, yeah. Yeah.
Well played.
Which is Axar Patel again coming in, carrying India. Well, I'm joking. Everyone's doing stuff, but
carrying India.
So in the next bit of news, the England women finished the international T20 against New Zealand and won 3-0.
How did they get on? 3-0. Wow.
So they did pretty well. The very last T20, England got 128 for 9 off all their overs, and then New Zealand got 96 all out after 18 overs.
Interesting.
Yep, so that's just a little bit just going on about, which is, they did pretty well, England, doing really well.
Yeah, very well. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, I'll be
as well.
making sure to keep up with that news with the ones.
Yep.
And the last person I want to talk about. So the next thing I've got on my news is Sam Curran, the man, the myth, the legend.
I like Sam Curran. He's cool.
The person we'll be missing from this test to hit some low order runs is coming on for the India tour. He's returning to it for the T20s and the ODIs. Which is nice to hear.
Good to hear. Hopefully he can make an impact in our batting and in our bowling.
Yeah,
good
but it was
all-rounder, Sam is.
Yeah, it was planned for him to come back on the 4th test, which would have been helpful, but he couldn't.
Why not? Why not? Did it say?
It proved too great a logistical challenge to fly him over.
Oh yeah, probably like COVID and stuff.
Yeah, like maybe they tried to fly him in too late, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's all the news I've got this week.
And that's our podcast for this week.
Yeah, and next episode.
We're really bad at keeping on track with it.
Yeah, but we've got a good plan for next episode. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be the IPL special. We're going to make an IPL team, and we're going to go through some of the transfers, but properly this time. I'm going to get the right ones.
Yes, I agree.
So, there we go.
Make sure your news isn't old.
My chair is broken, I just fell over. That's a great time to finish, I think.
Of course you did. Have a good one, guys. Tune in for next episode.
Yeah, next week. Or next episode. Why do I keep saying next week? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tell all your friends about this sick podcast, and if you don't...
Yeah, show love.
I'm not going to be happy. Bye.
In a bit.